All right. Just an update on this. Yesterday, this is a very rare occurrence, but as you guys know, war has broken out in the Middle East, and hopefully, it's always the civilians that get caught up in it. So on all sides, let's hope the civilian population is not suffering too much on both sides of the conflict. Anyways, so as you can see, our price poured through. And we're going to go ahead and delete and clean up some of this because we have to change our plan now. And I personally, I always get wrecked when I trade on, big events. So I personally, I take a break. Like I'm taking a break from from trading. I haven't traded the past 2 days, so we had our level. It dumped through, obviously. So we don't need any of this. And I don't need this alert. This was blowing up my phone all day. Trash that alert. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Okay. So let's turn on our little areas we made and see what happened and where price decided to go. It looks like price just fell through all these right here. So it's really important I go through taking out irrelevant lines. We're hanging out at the 786 from this low to that high. So let's pull out the tool. And let's switch to the 7.8 or the golden pocket. So this is the 786. We poured down, hit that. We actually went all the way down to this daily. We tapped it exactly, almost, right? So we went down to this daily, pushed off of it, and we can go ahead and get rid of this fib because it is irrelevant. So we obviously know that there's an area right here. Nice little area. So let's grab. We'll keep all of this on, but we'll update our weekly. Right? So our weekly is still in play. Let's grab the dailies. Let's see what the dailies are at. It's still a level we might be interested in. This daily, we'll wait for it to close. This one closed today, but we'll wait for this one to close to make any assessment. But I can tell you right now, if we look at the chart on the 4-hour, and we'll shut all this off. We look at the chart from the 4-hour perspective. You can see right here, this top, we had a large volume spike compared to here, right? So we have a large volume spike. This top area, large volume spike. And on the 4-hour, we have a large volume spike right here. So this is convincing me that this could be possible that we see a low. and that was off that daily level. So let's check our divergences, and let's see what I want to see. I would like to see that. And possibly, boom. Let's see, so every 6 4-hour candles a day. So every 6 4-hour candles, um, you need to remember that is a day. So what I would like to see is a divergence and price kind of take out this low right here. Just one more time, take out the low. I know this, usually a V-shaped recovery like this is strong. It doesn't seem like when you get a V-shaped recovery, I always expect 3 big candles after the bottom. So 3 big candles in a row after the bottom. But here we have a lot of uncertainty. There was a lot of volume or what you call absorption right here. But it would be nice if we were able to take out this low right here. So let's grab a tool. This is probably going to be under drawing tool. I'll just drag this out over here. Take a horizontal ray. Just type in like to see low taken out. That's what I would like to see to make a trade. It is possible we come up and fill this price right here. But I think a lot of people right now are very hesitant. We don't know what's going on. Even the stock market, when the S&P 500 takes a hit, usually all of crypto takes a hit too because of news like this, and it's very rare to get news like this. And then, if possible, it would be nice to get this low taken out. But let's see if this is fair value from the high. So let's pull out our other tool. That's about fair value, right? That's about 50% retracement. And we might see that. There's no guarantees. We might see that. But I'm thinking, yeah, I definitely want to see a div right here, dude. I definitely want to see a div on the 4-hour. And let's get another one right here. So let's look for that div. I'm not necessarily looking for this volume spike right here. I think this is going to be one of those things. We might get 2 chances to enter this trade. We might see a dip down here and then a dip right here. Who knows? There's a lot of uncertainty. But that's why, a prime example of why you should rely on a trigger. That way you don't enter a trade just automatically off the level. If you entered that trade just because there's a level there, you would have got liquidated really fast. And I don't watch the news. I don't trade off of fundamentals. Uh, it's just too much time and energy, and that's why I have all these safety barriers to protect me against news events. You know, so that's what I'll be looking for, roughly. It doesn't mean it will happen, but that's what I'm kind of looking at. Let's see what else dropped. Looks like everything dropped pretty fairly. Besides XRP. XRP's been holding up pretty well to all these drops. It's just, it doesn't pump. It hasn't been pumping. So we have that. So my trigger, I think what I'm going to do is set up an alert on my line right here. So let's lock that in. Let's do that. Let's do. So I got my alert set up on that line if price starts to fall below. If price does make it up to here, I will take a short position. Let's set up a lineup. We'll just do it at the bottom of that wick. Lock it. And then I'll take a short position on the way down. But yeah, that's definitely a unique circumstance. Of course, on the 7-minute, it's easier to see the difference in volume through a wider range, right? This is about a day of price action. And you can see that right here, we kind of tapped this level and wicked up quickly. Tap, that wick got sucked up. Tap, wick got sucked up. So definitely the 7-minute is the best time frame. Sometimes the 4-hour doesn't show what you need to know. This isn't enough to show. You know, it might be indicator like right here. Right here might, let's just go ahead and highlight that for the 7-minute. Like you didn't really see that on the 4-hour the volume spike on the 4-hour, but you can see it on the 7-minute, right? You can see it there on the 7-minute. And if you stretch this chart out a little bit more, that causes a div right there. Causes a little volume div, right? Or not div, but you can see getting exhausted, right? The market's getting exhausted. So that is not a divergence in volume. But anyways, yeah, so I use sometimes the 2-minute if I'm doing a scalp, but you'll see the same thing. You'll see the same thing on the 7-minute, and it's just a lot easier to find. Let's go back. You see that? It's on the 2-minute too, right? And then, but the 7-minute, it's cleaner on the 7-minute time frame. Huge spike of volume, reversal. And that tells you, you know, there could be a lot of absorption in the market, but that's all I got. I just wanted to do an update on the SUI chart and show you how I kind of react to these situations and how I plan accordingly. And that's all I got. Be safe.